Hello, my peeps. Today I am going to work on a challenge that Gemstone Orphanage has on their Facebook group. And the challenge is using black onyx. Now I got these from a curated bead box. And I thought they are black onyx, but they look like they could be brown. Like there's a little brown in it. But coming from curated bead box, I'm sure it's a little lower grade than what the real black onyx is. Because I know I didn't pay the price for that. Alright, I have these little dangles. And we're going to make these first. So I have some over here. And I have my 3-ball head pins. And I'm going to make a wrapped loop. So I got my pliers. I'm going to put them right above the bead, touching the bead. Fold that over the pliers. And then we're going to rotate our pliers up. And I'm going to keep my loop small, so I'm going to keep my wire down there, and we're going to bend over the pliers, rotate them, and bring that all the way across. And then we're going to wrap. So now you want to stay up high, and what I mean, you got to stay up close to the pliers to have a nice continuous wrap. Then we're going to snip that off. Get really close. There we go. And we got that little bit to tuck in. There we go. There's one. And we got 2 more to go. There's one. Slide down. And we're going to make a wrapped loop right above the bead. Bend it right over the pliers. Rotate the pliers up on top. Bring that wire up and over. Rotate the pliers and bring it all the way across. There we go. Now I'm going to wrap it. Start up high. There we go. And then we're going to snip that off. Get it really close. And wow, I don't even think there's a bit there to tuck in. Beautiful. One more. I let go of everything and it would just slide right down. But it stuck to my thumb instead and fell. Okie dokie. Alright. Now my round nose up above the bead, right tight against the bead, fold it over, rotate the pliers up on top, wrap around, rotate the pliers around, bring it around, just like that. And then we're going to wrap. Start up high, just like that. Beautiful. And get as close as possible. Beautiful. Love that. Like there's barely anything to tuck in. Wonderful. There we go. Now we got those 3. I can take care of my pliers over here, my round nose, get them out of the way. And then I got my bent nose for my jump ring. and I have the opening at the top. And then I'm going to take my flat nose and I'm going to tweak it open. Just use my right wrist. That's all I'm doing. Just to tweak it open. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's a spring ring. Oh, how'd that get in there? Great. Hang on. Okay. We have it. There we go. It's at the top. And I'm going to tweak it open just a little bit. Just enough so we can slide on this jump ring. And then I use 3 little dangles. And we're going to close that back up like that. And then we have our dangles. Those are our dangles. And set that right there. Okay, now I have this black, Midnight Black 0.014. So it's a smaller wire than I'm used to using, but it's black and I'm going to go with it. So it's also a 49 strand. 49 strand shows you right here how they make the 49 strand. And it's the softest drape because it gives you movement. Okay, now we're okay. This is out of order. This goes right here. Well, let's just go. Go on. That spring ring can go, and this, and I've got some black spinel right there. This is black spinel. I don't know if it's a gemstone or what. That I thought I had. Yep, I do. I was going to say, I thought I had one in between everything here, and I just missed the hole right there. So is this one, and this one. I gotta try and keep it. I don't have much for black beads. So what I do have, I only had like 2 matching. This is black spinel. 2. So I'm like trying to make a necklace out of these huge beads that are like 12 millimeters. These are 12 millimeters. I'm like, holy smokes. What to do? Oh, it took me forever. Figure out what I wanted to do. How to put it together so it looked right. Black spinel. And the hole is there. It is. Yeah, it is. Black spinel. It's a good thing I'm using the 0.014. These holes are small. And then one of these tiny ones. Another black spinel. Another black spinel, but tiny. Something that looks like a hole. It's actually the reflection of the facet. So it takes me a little bit to find it. And then we got our black onyx. we have our beads go on there. So I have this oval jump ring. And stick that right through. And there's our dangles. And then we're going to do it goes on right after this one. Sorry. Got this. Wow. There we go. Oh my goodness. I just wanted to go in there, right? There. Oh my goodness. Okay, now we're going to put on the oval jump ring. There we go. And then the other side, there's going to be another one of these little black spinel. I have lights on. But they don't seem to be working for this black. There it is. There we go. Oh, you know what? We have to make our pendant. Not only did we have to make those rings, those little dangles, I have to make our pendant. So that goes right here. Should always work on your pendant first. I used to do that all the time. Like, oh, I couldn't wait to get my pendant made because it was always so pretty. So now I have little eye pins. This is an eye pin. I'm going to use this to put this on. Let's see. I'm going to put this on first. And then this. And then another one. And then this big eye on top. And then we're going to have a dangle. This is going to dangle. And we're going to make a decent size ring on top. We're going to do a wrapped loop right above the bead. Bend it over the pliers. Rotate the pliers. We're going to make a little bigger loop. So I'm going to come up the pliers a little bit. And then bring that wire up and over the pliers. And wrap all the way around. Can you see it brown? Wait, there's brown in there. I don't think that's black onyx, but it looks close. Up high. And we're going to bring it around and keep coming down. Just like that. And we're going to come around the back and snip it off as close as possible. Oh, there we go. And we're going to tuck that little bit in. All right, now this goes on here. So now we got the eye pin here. We got another eye pin here. I'm just going to put this on and do a wrap loop on just this bead. So we're going to do the same thing again. Put our pliers right over the bead and bend it over. And we're going to keep our loop small, so we're going to stay down here, bring our wire up and over, wrap all the way around. There we go. Now, yeah, I don't think I'll do that. Okay, start up high. There we go. Release. And then our snippers. Get super close. Just like that. There we go. And now we're going to open this little eye pin right here. Just twist open just a little bit. Just enough to put this one on. Yeah, a little bit more. You want to open it too far. You don't want to wreck the loop. And now we're going to close it back up. I want it to go in a little bit. There we go. There we go. I bent it. And now we have an eye pin down here. We're going to open that. Can't tell which side to open. So it's this side. And we're going to put on our little dangles. What am I doing? Got that wire in my hand. No. Let's lose track of our concentration that fast. All right, there. This is our focal. Isn't that pretty? I like that. A lot of movement. I like the movement. Okay, black spinel. Another one. And then a little one. There. And we're going to get this side done. This is just the opposite of what the other side is. So fast forward through this crappy part, I guess. I didn't want to say crappy, but that's pretty much what it is. Nothing worse than watching somebody put on beads and it takes like 5 minutes just to put a bead on. It's slow, monotonous, and not fun. I have done this with these really tiny holes. Oh my goodness, it's right there. Right there. And I had, oh my goodness. It was tanzanite. And the holes were just these small, tiny things. And I had on this, I don't know, gadget. It was so that I could see. All right, let's see which ones I got first. I got this one, then this one, and this, then another one of these. Anyway, it was tanzanite. And I had this magnifying thing on my head, and all I could see was like this little part of the window. I mean, it was small. And I was like, got my head cocked off to the side, and I'm looking, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay, this is supposed to be up here, but I'm supposed to have another another bead. Let me grab one. Let's grab a couple. Grab a couple. So we can put on. I don't even know how long it took me to do that necklace. It took a very long time. It was back when I was first starting, so I was like just doing. I think it took me over an hour to try and get this necklace made. It was horrible. I got done, I'm like, oh my goodness, I had to stretch. That's for sure. It was right there, and yeah, these little tiny things are not fun. Oh my goodness. Okay, there's that. Was there one on the other side? This one? Yeah, there's supposed to be one here. Oh, that's what happens when they get out of order and they get like this. But I knew in my mind it was every other one except for around the big guys. And then this. Another one. Sometimes it's like, does it have a hole? No, that's a light. There it is. It's right there. Right. Oh my goodness. I thought this would be a short video. Well, it will be for you guys. You guys just fast forward. So you can see what it looks like at the end. Goodness. All right, now what do I have here? I have this, this, all right. I have this, then this, then this, then I have this one, and then another one of these little creepy ones, and then we have a black spinel. There's a black spinel in there. This is not a black spinel. Oh my gosh. I gotta get another big one. You would think I'd have it all set up and done. But no. Gina's gotta make it hard. Make it hard on herself. There we go. And then it doesn't have, so we got that. Oh, this one is out of order. All right, so we got that, then this, and then one of these little fun guys, and then this, and then another, whoop, and then this guy. That's not that guy. Oh, is that the black? I think that's the black spinel I was missing. Okay. All right. this is it. Huh. Ain't too bad. I don't know. I still don't know. I've just been spending so much time on this. I have a crimp. Put a crimp on, crimp bead. And then we have a wire guard. And we're going to slip that in there. Up and over, down the other side. And down through the crimp bead. There we go. And I don't want to waste too much, so I'm going to pull more on this side. There. Just like that. Just like that. And then we're going to crimp. We want to go in the back groove, or the back hole, where there's a little divot there. Ooh, focus, right there. See, it looks like a moon. We're going to go in there. I should go upside down. There we go. And then squeeze. And then we're going to move it. See how I did that? Made the divot. And we're going to move it to the front hole. What? It didn't crimp. Look at that, it's loose. The wire is so small. Oh geez, I don't know. I've never had that before. So the crimps probably got to be smaller. I don't know if we do it sideways, if it's going to crimp them. Oh, there you go. It's crimped. Oh. Okay. Flush cutters. Snip. Got that. And then we're going to snip the other side. Bring it all the way down. All these tools out of the way. And then I'm going to cut off about 4 finger lengths. Just enough to give me some room to work with on this end. And through the crimp, the wire guard, and up and over, down through the other side, and down through the crimp bead. And pull. So pull the necklace right up there. There we go. Okay. All right. There we go. We're good. We're good there. So pull tight. Pull this nice and snug. You don't want any gaps. You don't want any gaps. The wire gap in there, it just doesn't look right. All right. Center it. Center that bead right in that hole. Groove. I'm going to pull down my wire again, because there's a big gap. See, once you get, this side is always the harder side, because you got this bead right in the way. You know what? I think I'm going to go down through the bead. That way it'll have at least the wire guard standing straight up instead of off to the side. If you can, I got it. There we go. I felt it. Maybe today it's not one of those days I should be making jewelry. You know, you have those days that things just aren't flowing. There we go. Pull that through. Now I'm going to pull that down. There. See how it stands straight up now? Now let's see if I can get that centered. I want to get it centered, but I don't want to squeeze the wire guard. So I pull down on the wire. Pull down on the wire and squeeze. Oh, nice. Very close. Okay, now we're going to go in the front groove, center it, and squeeze. And that's what it should look like. Very nice. Okay. I want to get that super, 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 super close. There we go. That's our waist. All right, let's get all these tools out of the way. So we have our chain. Now, I have to see how long this is. Flow. There we go. All right, I'm going to roll this up because it'll just continue coming off if I don't put it, tame it. There we go. And I want to see how much we have. Just over 11 inches, about 11 and a half inches. So if we want to go 18, we got 7 inches we got to go. So that's 3.5 inches on each side. I wonder if I go 3 inches, then you got another inch for your clasp. So we go 3 inches on each side. I need a measurement thingy out here. I keep bringing this one out. Okay, we have this chain. We're going to do 3 inches. I want to move it so you guys can see what I'm doing. I want that to stand up. This to lay right next to it. 3 inches. Are these? See if we can open. No. Don't look like we can open that up. So I need to cut this one off. So which one do we want to use? Probably this is stainless steel nippers, or flush cutters, nippers, not flush cutters, they're nippers. They're going to snap that. And oh my goodness, yeah, it's stainless steel. It doesn't want to move. I'm going to pull this off, or snap it again, make a hole. Wow. All right, that one's gone. Now how many links? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 links. So we'll just go 7 links. This is easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the 8th one. We're going to nip this one. We're going to make a hole. So we're going to nip it a couple times. Nip and then a hole. There. And we'll pull that off. Pull this off and throw that away. Now we have 2 jump rings. 2. And our bent nose. And we're going to put our opening at the top and our flat nose. We're going to tweak that open just a little bit. And then slide this on and a chain and close it up. Like that. Same thing on this side, jump ring. That's not, that was a spring ring. It must be, I just grabbed it and opened the wrong one, or they're mixed. I think I opened the wrong one because I don't think they're mixed. Okay, now we got this chain on and close that up. Now we're going to put this jump ring on for our clasp, and then I want to do a extender, so I'm going to put that on, close this up, and then over here I need a jump ring because I just got rid of that one. Hang on, jump ring, and I don't know what size. Not that one. That's small. Alright, 18 gauge. I think I'll go with an 18 gauge. We'll get an 18 gauge oval. This one. Off to the side. This is going to be the same way as a round one. We're going to put the opening at the top. And then we're going to tweak it open. Just enough to put the chain on and our clasp. Close it up. There we have this part done. We are not finished because we have our chain. And when you have an extender chain, it's just nice to put something on the back, on the bottom, so it just looks finished. So I have these, and should have a ring over here. Oh boy. Oh, these are too big. I'm gonna get a small one. Yeah, a small one. I don't need a big one like that. Of course, we do have a big. Never mind. We have a big clasp, so we'll go with that. Okay. Open this up. Put the opening towards the top. We're going to tweak this open just a little bit, and then we're going to put on our chain on the end, and then 3 little dangles. 2, 3. Close it up. There we go. Pretty. Now let's get everything, all the junk, all out of the way. Our tools, my tools. Got every tool out of my caddy. I'm going to bring this down. There we go. We got that. We got this side. Aw. Okay. What do you guys think? Because I don't know. I still don't know. I like the dangles. This has got to come down so it looks like it's even. There we go. Bring this down. I don't know. I really don't. I think because those beads are so big. But I thought, well, I'll spread them out so they look halfway decent. I'm going to bring you in. What do you think? Well, I'm done. This is my black onyx. This is what I'm going to put in for my entry, I guess. That was fun. All right, well, that's the end of this video. Thank goodness, huh? Sometimes it's just like that. It's like, oh my goodness, I'm glad that one's over. Okie dokie. If you want to subscribe, hit subscribe. And then ring that little bell so the next time I'm on, we'll be back here, make something together. And if you don't want to subscribe, hit the like button. Thank you. And then check out my Etsy shop. Until next time, happy beading.